Top of the morning to y'all. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. I am here. I had a Negra on my timeline this morning. Yes, you heard me right. I had a Negra. That nigga said, why don't you just go work for the white man and get it over with? Like the rest of us. Over here at Candace Plantation. Is that so? The real question that remains here is what I think is. I think honestly and truthfully, I titled this New Slaves because, to be quite honest with you, there are a lot of black people that hate other black people, but don't show that same enthusiasm or hatred for white people doing the same thing. And that's what I want to talk about this morning. I want to talk about black people and Spanish people who actually go out of their way to demise, deplore, or whatever else they can do to get into the dealings of black and Spanish men. This is the case of what they do. So I'm going to start this morning about what I mean by that. And if you guys care to stay on, I appreciate it. There's a segment of African Americans since the slave trade, okay, since the plantation, that have always been to meddle in the affairs of any emancipation, any type of freedom that you might try to go after, any type of luxury you may go after, or whatever. There's always been a set amount of black people in the culture that has always made sure that that doesn't come possible for you. Okay? It might be you working as a secretary. It might be you working as MTA. It might be you working as simple as working at the local restaurant. There will always be a coon or coonette that's waiting to take you down. That nigga don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. I deserve it. So let me tell you about what I mean. I've had this guy, Mr. Gilmore, we're going to call him Mr. Gilmore. I don't even know if that's his real name. He has been most authentic with his hatred. This man has come on my page probably several times now and said, don't donate to that nigga. That nigga ain't worth it. Don't donate to that nigga. So I go to his page and I look at this dude because I always like to see who's talking to me, see who's saying something, whether it be good or bad. I always like to go see what they're talking about. I'm not going to make this all about me. I'm taking this about a mentality. So keep close with me because you might learn something. So I go to this guy's page and I look at his page as I do all the time. And then I go try to find out where he's at on social media so I can see what he's been posting with, see if he's consistent with what they're saying, whether it be male or female. Well, of course he wasn't. So I went to his page and he had one video up that was made 10 months ago. Within that 10 months, he got 10 views. 10 views. So I was like, okay, maybe that's the reason why. And what I keep finding is a repetitive notion. But I'm not finished. Just let me finish. I find a repetitive notion with people like this. See, what they do is they basically come on your page, make a comment, and they feel that the comment is so profound that they decide that in their mind, if I make this comment, everybody will come to my page now. Hiffle, whiffle, whiffle, do. I made some magic just for you. You know what I mean? They think that's how this works. That's not how YouTube works. You may gain one follower. You may gain 2 followers. Hell, I'll give you an example. I had 4 guys that I worked with at a multi-million-dollar record company for over, almost 20 years. And all 4 of them made a video about me. And they only got 1,000 views and no likes. You're not the first one, Stink Nina. So let me finish, guys, because you got to hear this. I'm trying to tell you about a mentality. So I go to this motherfucker's page. And when I go to his page, I swear my hand before God, this man looks just like Stink Nina. Now, if any of y'all ever seen the Boondocks and y'all seen the character Stink Nina, this dude was literally, he looked like he could be Stink Nina's son or something, okay? And let me tell you what this guy looks like. And I'm going to put a picture up of him because he won't be famous. So, Bax, what's going on? What's going on, beautiful Jim? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing this morning? So, I go and I look at his page. First of all, the man talking about he a cook, right? I don't know where he cooking at right now because ain't none of the restaurants open. We just did a second roll back here in Connecticut. So if y'all don't know what that means, they rolled back to the original phase that it was. So that means everything that was previously open is no longer open like that. So we're under new COVID rules. Good morning, Miss Queen of Top Us. So, that's where we're at right now in Connecticut. So everything is shut down again. So basically, restaurants are closing about 8:30 now. You know what I mean? And they have to be done by 10. State regulation and rules. Same thing applies to New York. Same thing applies to Jersey. This is what I hate when niggas they be doing here talking. Black don't crack. Are you homeless? See, this is why I mean little doofy questions like, yes, I am black, no crack. Does that make you feel better now? Do you understand now? Have you watched the rest of my videos? Because obviously you haven't. You wouldn't be asking that silly question. And there's always people that have no profile pictures. It's hilarious. But anyway, let's continue about Stink Meter. Not being rude. I didn't say you were being rude. I just said you sound like you were silly. Because I've been on this page for about 3 or 4 weeks. Right? Beautiful Jim is like, wow, and black don't crack. What's up? What's going on? Edgar Lariton 207, what's going on? That was a silly question because that's how I got started with here. Are you homeless? This is what I mean. These are the black slaves that I speak of. And y'all don't get what I'm saying. So back to Stink Meter. So Stink Meter was hoping that people would come from my page and come to his page and then start viewing his page, and then he won. So let me tell you what Stink Meter looked like. So first of all, listen, homie, and I tell you this from the bottom of my heart. Don't ever get on camera and start talking if you ain't got no fronts. Y'all heard me? This man ain't have no tops. On YouTube talking about he a cook. He ain't got no top. I took a picture of him smiling so y'all can see that I wasn't lying. I'm about to put it up after this live. The man ain't have no tops. So where you cook at? The Gun Patrol? Huh? What you cook? Gummy bears? What you cook? Toothbrushes? What do you cook? I'm trying to figure out what you exactly cook, Stink Meaner. What are you cooking? Soups? This man ain't had no uppers telling me what I should be doing. Hey, let me give you some of your old advice. Take your nasty self to the dentist ASAP. I'm not talking about, listen, y'all think I'm tripping. I'm gonna give y'all a second. The nigga, you know when your shit over here and you got like 3 teeth left? That's how his setup was. So his setup over here was he had 3 teeth over here and then all this shit was missing. So I'm looking and I'm like, that's the motherfucker talking to me about what I should be doing in life. That's what I say. You got to look at some of these people and take the notion that most of them that are talking, most of them that got opinions or whatever, really ain't never did nothing in life. You know what I'm saying? This man was at least 60 years old talking about he was a cook. You a cook where, Sway? Where you cooking at? I want to know what hillbilly dirtball town hired this motherfucker to cook anything with no uppers in his mouth. This man had no uppers. Talking about, yo, I guess he does have the rule to talk. He ain't got no yo, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I took a snapshot of him. I'll put it up. I'll post it. I know y'all like when I do that, whatever. But let's say, fuck it. Everybody likes the drama. So if you start drama with me, I'm going to bring it back to you. Now, Stink Meaner is amongst the other new slaves or old slaves, descendants of old slaves, but a new slave, that basically his whole direction is to fuck with guys like me. And the reason he does that is because he's never had nothing else going on in his entire life. And at 60-something years old, damn near, Mr. Gilmore, as I'm going to call him, decided he was going to come to the page of a young whippersnapper. You know what I'm saying? You look like you say whippersnapper. You look so old. Let me tell you what he had. He had a gray bar beard, right? But he had the shit lined up like an old white man. You know how USS Grant and all them, Ulysses Grant and all them had the beard lined up right here and then it was gray? This is the way the dude had his line. This is the way he had. I ain't hear you around the corner though.
But they have a food pantry too.
So the point is, you got to make sure that when you're dealing with these Stink Meaner motherfuckers, make sure that you don't pay no attention to them. This man ain't have no uppers in the top of his mouth. He had 3 teeth over here, and the rest of the shit was missing. He talking about he a chef. You a chef where, Sway? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. So what I did was I started going to more people's pages that had said things to me. I always look through the comments, and I respond to a lot of y'all in the comments. And I started seeing more old black people. There was mostly just old black people, I swear to God. People that are not even in my age range. Just old black people, stepping, fetching, looking young black people. And it was just like, wow. I've got white followers, and I haven't had one white follower come on my page and say anything negative to me. If anything, they've been supportive. I've not had nothing but maybe 3 or 4 black women come on my page and say something negative. It's always these black dudes. So I started thinking to myself, because I saw like 70% of the comments were negative from old black dudes or black dudes that they definitely are. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. Just give me a minute, beautiful Jim, because I want to break down what these niggas really are. So like old Stink Meaner, he really had his beard cut up and shaped like an old white man. The best way I can tell it is like USS Ulysses Grant or some other Southern War gentleman. Like you just have to see him when I throw the picture up, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, very miserable. So the nigga, just like that other dummy came on here just a minute ago and said, "Are you homeless?" Motherfucker, I done said that shit from the beginning. See, what they do is they come in, they take about 3 or 4 minutes of your video, and then they make their conclusion. Oh, that knuckle, oh, that knuckle. They call you a nigga more than a slave master would. They call you a nigga more, they tell you more than what you should be doing on the old white man should be doing. You understand what I'm saying? And then they're always their excuse is, go see the white man, he'll help you. Don't you worry about it, no. The white man will help you, huh? Well, if it's going to be the white man that I ultimately go to, what the fuck am I coming to talk to you for? Let's get bare bones in this shit. See, if we were doing a slavery period, I'd probably be Django, and you'd probably be Steven. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming back to Candyland to blow up the house with you in it. Does that make sense? I'm coming back to Candyland to get my beautiful black queen, and we're going to blow the house up on it. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean by that? Meaning that anytime that one of you suck-ass motherfuckers that don't want to see me go nowhere, don't want to see me advance, always got some motherfucking inspirational quotes about Jesus and all that. Let me tell you something. I've been in the church since I was a kid, all right? If anybody emphatically believes in God, it's me. You understand what I'm saying? All the shit I've been through in the past year and a half, almost 2 years, that was God that got me through that. So don't give me that bullshit notion. Second of all, I'm tired of these motherfucking cheap ass motherfuckers that have lived in wherever, bubble fuck. Talking about, I only pay $500 a month for rent. Well, good for you. I live in the Northeast, and rent ain't $500. You can't even get a room up here for $500. So when you just sit there and equate what you go through with somebody else going through, that goes to tell you again, this is a slave mentality. So what you beautiful black people and smart, intelligent black people are actually seeing, and Latins and whites, is you're seeing the ramifications of slavery manifest themselves in 2020 in the form of stink meaners, conettes, and the list goes on. First of all, there are white YouTubers that get on here every day, every morning, and like I say, at least I'm consistent. See, you ain't even peeping the grind. Every day I'm online, I'm on here, and I'm making sure I talk about what I talk about. Some of the things are more interesting than others. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things I really didn't need to talk about, but I do anyway because I think they need to put some balance on them. You know what I'm saying? Like this yesterday, if you're paying attention, I told you this yesterday and the day before yesterday, I told you 27 rappers had been killed in the year of 2020. We fast forward yesterday, and there's a kid, I believe his name is EO3 or something like that down in Texas. He's killed on the highway, making number 28. Want to hear something even more eerie? He's 28 years old. He's number 28, the 28th murder, and he's 28 years old, and he died on the highway in Texas yesterday because somebody hopped out the car, started chasing him, ran him down, and shot him. Mode 3, damn shame, it sure is. And do you remember when I was just talking, horribly malnated? I was just talking the day before yesterday on my live, and yesterday, about the need to calm down some of these rappers and the vibe is going. And that's a perfect example for you. So don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Nigga, first of all, to your old motherfuckers, all right? Your time is over, all right? Your time is over. Stop getting on YouTube. Nobody want to see no old nigga getting on YouTube trying to bicker with young people. You understand what I'm saying? And on top of that, if you got a struggle channel, because that's what I like to call it, struggle channels, quit trying to get your struggle channel to pop off my channel. Because it don't work like that. You understand what I'm saying? You think because you come to my page, there's a damn shame mode. I missed your live, but yes, I watched it later. You did. I thank you very much. I did mention about that. I mentioned about it 2 days in a row, and I mentioned two of this in a basic upload. You know what I'm saying? See, you motherfuckers don't see what's going on around you. Not you guys in the chat room right now. I'm talking about the ones that's hateful motherfuckers. They are actually the people that actually helped us continue. See, their mannerisms, the way they think, the way they implore things, the way they tackle things is an old way of life. And it's not going to get you anywhere in 2021 and beyond. You understand what I'm saying? So, in other words, a lot of you motherfuckers are still sharecroppers. A lot of y'all are still out there with a cotton gin. A lot of y'all are still out there with a rake and a pitchfork. And I'm trying to tell you there's a way to be free. And you know how I know how to be free? Because I worked for blacks for almost 20 years. Now, you can say whatever you want to about Puff. Say whatever you want to. You understand what I'm saying? But the point is, I worked for a black company for almost 20 years. I want to say that to you one more time. A black-owned company for almost 20 years. You understand what I'm saying? Most of the time, most of these punk motherfuckers that's talking is unaccomplished, still pushing the broom. They've been pushing that same broom since 1990. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want nothing more, and they're content with that. Well, that's what you content with, nigga. I'm not content with that. You understand what I'm saying? I want to leave this area. You see what's going on here. I just reported that 3 motherfuckers got shot up the street from me. I went up and filmed it. So you know I wasn't telling no Chuck. Now, one motherfucker asked me, yo, you all right, bro? How you feeling? Mentally, what's going on? Yo, mentally, yo, you good? The people at the fucking shelter where we stayed didn't even ask us, yo, you all right? You good? They don't tell you what type of environment I'm in. Connecticut is shutting down its bars and restaurants now, which means even less work than it already was less work here. Because this place thrives on bars and restaurants. I would say 65 to 60% of the employment around here is bars and restaurants. If I pick any random person out here that's standing out here right now, they're going to tell you the same thing. Stop acting like you know what you're talking about, but really you're talking some old slave mentality rhetoric. Record labels need to ban drugs, stacks of money, negative energies, black and being cool, use of guns and glorify. They're still enslaved in the mind. They exactly enslaved in the mind. I want to touch off what Hills Galore 780 said. The record labels don't need to do nothing. Yeah, you heard me say that. The record labels don't need to do nothing. Let me tell you why I say that. See, the record label's business is to sell records. You understand what I'm saying? Move units. Your project is a product. Simple as that. No more to it. Your project is a product. And within that product stands this. See, while you have your product and while you're doing what you're doing, good morning, Star Pepper. Star Pepper, I'm glad you're here. Because we're talking about Mr. Gilmore, Stink Meaner. I saw you was on a post with him, and I saw you was on a post with some other chick or whatever. This chick said to me this morning, only thing I want to know is, in my best slave voice, only thing I want to know is, once he raised the money, how we going to pay the rent? See, a lot of these blacks that's talking to you, got to really understand, they're really southern rednecks, black southern rednecks, northern southern rednecks too. Believe that. These people are the equation of mostly, and I'm talking about within the culture, the equate of what you would find in the sticks and rural areas of the most densely populated areas in America. That's where most of these black people are. I sound like a sad clown. Well, black don't crack. You sound like a sad individual to be here. Won't you leave? Matter of fact, I'll help you. Oh, let's help Black No Crack out, because Black No Crack is exactly one of those slaves that I was talking about. All right, Black No Crack. Guess you're not getting any more views out of me, and you're not going to get anybody to pay attention to you. Bye-bye, Black No Crack. We'll holler. See, I'm blocking niggas. Black don't crack. You know, he called himself Black No Crack, but on here, talking against blacks. Now let me ask you this: how come black no crack don't be like me and go to any of the far right wingers? Huh? How come he don't do that? How come he don't go to none of the KKK channels? They're out there. How come he doesn't go to any of the people talking about starting war, devastation, and everything else amongst black people? How come he don't go to none of the channels? I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's a coward. That's what y'all gotta understand. If the war go down tomorrow, most of these cowards gonna run. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't never hit nothing, never let nothing die. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the point of them. You have to use them and be the abuse of what they are and what they how you doing. What they are is a waste of time. You can't sit there and use your energy, you know what I'm saying, to sit back and listen to these slaves, because that's what they are. They want to be slaves. They've always been slaves. They don't know nothing. Black crack, don't crack. Got the nerve to call himself black, don't crack. Becoming a man of color to try to demoralize him. Does that make any sense to y'all? And then he comes here and tells you are a sad individual. I don't ghetto psychoanalysis. I don't want your project rhetoric. I don't care about nothing you have to say. Nothing you have to say is important to me. You understand what I'm saying? No way of life that you lose even in comparison to me. So why are we sitting here talking? That sounds sad? No, that sounds like reality. You understand what I'm saying? That sounds like reality. And it sounds like the reality that many blacks across this country are facing right now. We got motherfuckers like Stink Meaner and Black Don't Crack telling us we should and shouldn't be doing. And most of their suggestions is we should go work with the old white man right now. He gonna hire us. Even though they the majority of the country, we sick, boss. We sick. I worked for blacks for almost 16, 20 years. Yeah, this is what the end game is. But guilty enough. These coons, these tap dancers, y'all got to realize they don't just come in the form of presidents and senators and everything else. Nah, they come in the form of the most common motherfuckers. Matter of fact, the most common coons are the ones that keep it going down. Now, if y'all want to stay with me, I will. Thank you very much, Mary Israel. My cash app is right there, whatever. As y'all can see, I'm out here early. Hold on, let me turn this around. I'm out here early in the morning for y'all, but y'all can see it's raining. And it will continue to be raining long. So I'm out here early in the morning. I'm not lazy. I get up every morning. And that's why I started doing these early in the morning, because I wanted y'all to feel like I'm with y'all from daytime to nighttime, so y'all can see my life and what we go through and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it almost makes me this so disparaged and so this, I don't know, this sickening to my heart to see it's not white people coming on my channel. It's black people. And specifically black men. Majority of punk ass black men that make 4 or 5 pages just so they can talk to me. So what you looking for, a date or something? You know what I'm saying? What you looking for, a boyfriend? You know what I mean? Why would somebody make 19 profiles just to speak to me? I'll tell you why, because it's either somebody from Bad Boys, somebody from the industry, or one of my former teammates, which I most likely think it is. One of them, I actually know who he is, but I just play dumb with him. Just so he'll continue to do what he keep doing. But I know who you are, and I know why you're doing it. And it's okay. It's okay. We still friends. Most of the people that are going to come against you in the world as a man of color, as a woman of color, are you going to find many times are going to be people that look just like you. They're brown noses, they're coons, whether you work at Subway or whether you're assistant to the president. You're going to run into these coons. In fact, you're going to run into more of these coons, because I found out myself when I was working up at them offices. You're going to run into more coons that are on the Lightfoot side of the game than you're going to run into coons that are at the excel point in the game, meaning that, actually have a position that can alter your life or change your life, like a judge or a police officer or something like that. These coons that we're talking about, these coons have been out there for the longest. You understand what I'm saying? They existed on the plantation at one point. They existed with the slave catchers at one point. They existed assisting the Klan at one point. They assisted in the movie 12 Years as a Slave, as you see. You know what I'm saying? So don't no mistake about it. These coons that are out here, there's something else. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to see them in all different facets. You know what I mean? What up, family? You got to see them in all different facets. I'm online right now, fam. I ain't even got none. All right. What's going on? What's going on? Blessing. What happened? Nah, I don't, man. I'm on live right now, though. They hearing everything you say. All right. It's all right. Shit look good. I'll see y'all in a minute, baby. My man's in there. Love, baby boy. That's my man's in them. You know what I'm saying? They out here early in the morning in this rain too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still don't believe me? We stay at the shelter, niggas. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's two of my mans right there stay at the shelter with me. You know? They going through it too. Out here in the rain, they force you out in the rain early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But that's my man's in them. There's good peoples right there. You know what I mean? But we keep it moving. You know, my situation is a little bit different than everybody else's because you know, for obvious reasons. Um, did I ever want to come back to Connecticut? Yeah and no. You know what I'm saying? I like being back here because there's some good things here. Um, there's people that are familiar, as you can see. Those are two familiar faces to me. I know those two guys. I've known them for well over 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? They're like family to me. You know what I mean? He came up to me, asked me for a cigarette because I usually give him a cigarette when I got it, but it's raining out here. I ain't got it right now, you know? And you know I catch him later. I make sure that I share too. That's the other thing I do. I share with people when I got stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of y'all donated to me, so I buy a pack of cigarettes. I give him a cigarette, give my other man a cigarette. I don't do too much, you know what I mean? But I do enough that I can to still be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? If I got food, I share food. When I buy stuff at Trader Joe's, with y'all money and stuff like that, I share with them because there ain't no food there sometimes. And niggas be sitting around hungry. You ask me what I do, and I don't get on camera and brag about it. I just be real about it, and, you know what I'm saying? And keep it in mind that I don't have to tell anyone. I don't have to spread the information. I don't have to be there to take a picture. Like, I hate when people do stuff for people, and then they take a camera, and they're like this. See what I did for them? You'll never get that out of me. I ain't never been like that. I'm never going to be like that, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you are like that, like Stink Nina, or like that one that came on, the other one, you wasting my time. Thank you very much, Mary Israel. And yo, make sure y'all hit up the what's the name link right there. It's by the pink emoji. I think that's the only pink with no face on there, and that's Mary Israel. That's my cash out right there. I appreciate y'all hit that up this morning for real, so I can get some breakfast and all that shit, and get the fuck up out of there. Cause them boys, if I would have stopped, then they would have told you the same thing that I've been telling you. Them people ain't gonna do that for you. They don't care. They trying to kick people out of it. Let me tell you what I gotta do this morning, right? So this morning, I gotta go to the bank. I gotta get $260, and I gotta give to these people for letting me stay there. They sent me a text for it. They ain't send me no text to tell me, yo, your house is ready. They ain't send me no text and ask me, yo, you okay from the shooting that happened yesterday. They ain't send me no text asking me, hey, how's your mental stability since you left New York City and was under quarantine for 4 months, saw dead bodies getting put in the back of motherfucking tractor trailer beds at St. Barnabas Hospital, having to be around mentally ill people 24/7 of your life. None of that. Just you made an agreement. This is how the letter. This is how the note went. You made an agreement, and upon signing that agreement was that you would bring $260 specifically every first of the month to the Worcester Day. So I gave him $260 last month. Now I got to give him $260 for this month to stay at the home shelter. Ain't that funny? That's crazy, right? When I get the receipt, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the new receipt so y'all know. So right there where you see Mary Israel, and put that what's the name right there. Make sure y'all donate to that, man. Stringer Bell 80, Cash App Stringer Bell 80. Life is real for us, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But back to the coons, because I don't want to get off the coons. I got off the coons a little too early. That's why they were laughing at me when they walked up, because they know I be talking this shit off camera. That's what you don't realize. I be talking this shit off camera, and I was talking this before I was getting on camera with you guys now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my old videos, and I'm going to put flashback on them. I'm going to put them up for y'all so y'all can check them out, do what y'all want to with them. But see that I had the same rhetoric 2 years, 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Before Corona, before I left New York. Yeah, I'm like a refugee right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? We like refugees. There's a whole bunch of us out here from NY. You know what I mean? That left for litany of different reasons. Fact remains is we out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We out here. My man's out here walking in the rain, man. Why? Because they know regardless, we're going to have to be out of this shit in about another hour. In another hour, we got to leave there for the day. We're not able to come back into the afternoon. That's what Chuck No Joke was trying to tell y'all. He know. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Chuck No Joke was trying to tell y'all. He know. Shout out to Chuck No Joke. Shout out to Doggy Diamond. Shout out to Corey Holcomb 5150. I'm sorry, I'm smoking a little bit right now, man. I'm stressed out. I'm tired of Big head niggas that don't donate a dime. We got the most ashamed, got no teeth in their mouth, trying to tell somebody how to live life. Like if you ain't got no teeth in your mouth, if you're 60 something years old, what can you tell people about life? How not to go to the dentist? What can you tell people about life? How to become a failure 2-on-1? And your teeth started falling out 10 years ago, Mr. Gilmore. They had to be. The joints was black on the side and all that. The common coon is not your friend. Back, if you start hearing coon rhetoric, run for the hills because sooner or later that coon is going to turn on you and he's going to use that same path of engagement with you. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. So you have to be very well aware of the coon. I'll give you another example of a coon. A coon is a type that will come into a room and speak to you at first, and then after a few minutes, what they'll do after that is as soon as some white people come into the room, all of a sudden they don't know you. Anybody ever had that experience? Or anybody ever had the experience you was at a restaurant and y'all the only black family in there, you see another black family, you feel like, well, maybe we have some reciprocity with them, and they turn their head at you and start eating the way they want to eat or whatever, because their whole ulterior motive, I'm trying to tell y'all, is to impress whites. And that's a problem with a lot of black people that have never been around whites in their youth. Their whole adult life is specifically set in motion to do what? Do one thing, and that's to please white people. All right, I've seen it a million times happen. It's the same thing. It will continue to be the same thing with many of black people. Now, we got two choices of action when we deal with people like this. You can either argue with them, or you can stop for a moment and ignore them. That's what I do. True. When you try to talk to me like a slave master, or you try to talk to me like a boss's help, first thing I do is I go into a recourse and I talk to you like the slave master you trying to play. So basically, if you're trying to play Steven, I'm going to play Calvin Candy. Oh, yeah? What about him? What about him? You know what I'm saying? Now, I know it is a trouble, but I want you to go upstairs right now and get them beds ready now. Because that's how they want to be taught to. You understand? The coon's whole ambition is to do no more to be the stepping puppet for an old white man. And in many cases, that white man wasn't even looking for that. Or that white. Oh, I've seen coon in that proportions y'all ain't never heard of y'all like. I've had coons that work at hotels in Manhattan. And you walking down the street, and many black people will tell you this. How many of y'all that live in New York City have ever been walking down the block past one of these hotels? Yeah, it is humbly melanated. How many of y'all ever been walking down the street at these hotels in Midtown Manhattan, right? When they were open, if y'all pay attention in the community tab, y'all will see a lot of posts that I share about what's going on in New York, Jersey, and Connecticut right now from their news sources. WTNH, Fox 61 for Connecticut, Pix 11, CBS New York also for Jersey and everywhere. I give you updates every day what's going on. So if you're not intelligent enough to see through that, then I mean that's your business. You're just gonna keep falling in the flow. Now I'm not telling none of y'all to go tomorrow and quit your jobs or quit your careers or quit what you work for or whatever. That's stupid. You understand? And then I become hence that same coon that I'm speaking against. But many of y'all don't even realize it. You got a coon friend at work right now. Mm-hmm. See, that coon friend basically will do this. This is how you got to watch with people. That coon friend basically will go out of their way to talk about somebody else. Thank you, Mary Israel. Again, that's my cash app right there, guys. $ stringer bell 80 right there. Mary Israel has it written in the comments section. Mary's always helping me, and I appreciate that. So, guys, you know, like I said, my shit ain't no Chuck, man. My story real. You know what I mean? I'm kind of glad they walked up. You know what I'm saying? Even though regardless they're in my life, that's my man's in them. You know, we wish them the best too. They going through their things, you know. We all going through our things. Let me tell y'all a quick little story. You know, these niggas keep coming on my page, so I'm like, yo, why don't you just get a job, nigga? Never. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 guys in there. Out of the 9 guys that's in the shelter, only one of them could find work. And the only reason he could find work because he had a specialty trade. And he got that specialty trade for working with one of his friends. And his friend, him, been doing that for years. So he's painting houses. Now, you want to hear something even more funny? The house that he was just currently painting, was right across the street from where the triple shooting happened. I swear my hand before God. So 9 guys in there, only one guy's working, and he's working because he has a friend. Yet and still, every last one of us every week have to show that we're looking for work. We have to present that we're looking for work, etc., etc. Does that make any sense to you? And now that the state is rolling back their what's the name for quarantine, it's gonna get even worse here. So yes, I want to leave here. Sometimes who you know may not help you either. I know a whole bunch of famous motherfuckers, and none of them are helping me right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's an old adage right there for me. You know what I mean? I think that might have been true one time, but definitely not now. You know, a lot of y'all are playing. I want you to get familiar with a game called Mahjong. Okay, Mahjong is basically what people are playing now. The old rhetoric of thinking, and many old black people will tell you, learn how to play chess, not checkers. Ain't nobody played chess in motherfucking 20, 30 years in the game. I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. Ain't nobody played chess in the hip hop music game, the media game, the film game in over 20, 30 years. Y'all back time. Or as Jamaica say, a back of time. In Cali, it is what is somewhat. It's who you know. In Cali, it's somewhat whoever you blow. For the ladies. And some men too. Mary, you know the game. In Mahjong, if you don't know, Mahjong takes 4 people to play. 4 people. And those 4 people, when they play Mahjong, they are partners. You understand what I'm saying? They partners through the thick and thin to the end of the game. That's how Mahjong is played. But see, for some reason or another, blacks and Latinos don't know how to play Mahjong very well. They want to play the deck in the game of chess. A boring game at that. Chess doesn't take that much thinking to it. Trust me. I seen motherfuckers that got 3-term life sentences play chess. I seen motherfuckers, this guy out of jail from doing 10 years now, I play chess. It's nothing about playing chess. You understand what I'm saying? Chess is a simple man's game at this point. Mahjong is a game of choice that the music industry and media has been playing for a long time. And if you don't know how to play Mahjong, then you're back the time, because that's not the game we're playing, what we played. Okay, so I just gave you another secret. She said Jewish friends taught me how. Mine too. Hey, that's funny that you mentioned the Jews, because Mary Israel, the funny thing is, had I been Hasidic, I wouldn't be on here. I would have been off of here 3 weeks ago. I would have had a Hasidic community that would have gave me an appointment, put me in an appointment. I would have had a Hasidic community that would have offered me tithe to get right and everything else. Going through this through the black community, whether they're rich or poor or moderate, I found to be one of the hardest tasks in the world. And the other funny thing that I find is the people that do donate to me significantly, or do donate to me or give to me, always happen to be white men, white women, or black women. No black men. Barely any black men at that. Black men will join in on the comments. Black men will join in on the conversation. Black men will give their opinions. But black men will do everything except reach in their pocket and help their own brothers, which I said again, is going to be your demise at the end. It's almost the analogy of, well, I'm the only black one that live over here. They're still feeding off that. If you're not going through something, or you're not uncomfortable with how bad the world is these days, especially dark coming to light, convicted, you are under a spell that God is not in you. I agree with the same thing. I guess if you're talking about somebody else, good morning. This guy didn't happy I caught your life. I am too. What's up, I'm a phenomenal woman? She's a regular too. What's going on, sister? How you doing? Yeah, we just on here talking about the anatomy and the analogies of coons and how they exist in different forms of life, not just in the higher tiers and presidential cabinets and the lawyers' offices, police officers, but no, the everyday coons that are on YouTube that you may or may not work with, or that you come in interaction with daily. So I think more and more people should start calling these people out. These are the troublemakers in our culture. These are the people that don't want it. Thank you again, Mary Israel. Mary Israel's put my cash app right there. You'll find her in the pink emoji. Her name is Mary Israel, but that's my cash app. Cash app, Springer Bell 80. Trust me, I can use that shit. I give these people $260 fucking a day. And they sent me a text about that over here at this shelter place. But didn't even ask me one time. One time, not one time. Hey, you all right from the shooting that happened right across the street? They didn't even make a mention of it. Didn't have a meeting with us or anything. But if you don't bring in that 260 today, I'm out of there. You understand what I'm saying? They'll give you a discharge. They can tell you need to leave, just like they gave my boy Dilla. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm gonna talk to him more about that. I've been trying to get Dylan to jump on camera with me so I can see how this shit works. We got so many people to get on here and talk about how the white man game work and how it worked for them. And I mean that in no racist way. I mean the white system. The white system that's in net and for whites and blacks to be demoralized and equally, and Spanish people. Y'all ain't never noticed that? That every time you in a problem, you in trouble, instead of niggas saying, yo, let's get together and help this person because we can do it. Now, what they'll tell you is, go see the white man. But at the same time, they claim they're going to run for independence. At the same time, at that rate, motherfuckers will be 10, 20, 30 years still talking the same topic. Still talk 10, 20, 30 years from now, you'll still be talking about the same topic with the same catchphrases. We got to be free. We got to get free. Now your children in bondage. Now your grandchildren in bondage. Why? Because you were innate to help the motherfuckers that are the tier stars like me that got the interest, that know the people, that know. Listen, the way the music game work and all this shit work is they pop with you when you pop it. And when you not popping, they don't pop with you. Look at Beanie Siegel. Remember Beanie Siegel got shot? How many people want to fuck with him? Hmm? Freeway, who was Benny Siegel's man, is sick now, and his child just died not even 2, 3 weeks ago. You see the rap community going to rush to help him? Nah, because only thing the rap industry lives off of right now is fucking bravado. It's always been a bravado music, okay? It's always been a bravado music. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? But the severity of the bravado has now started touching the youth to a point that they are losing their lives. And I told you 2 days ago, I said, yo, there were 27 rappers dead. Maybe it was God's intervention for the year. Now, this young man, EO3, I believe that's his name. Yes, I do have a PayPal. Go down to the bottom. I am a phenomenal woman. You're going to have to go to one of my older videos. If you can hop off here right quick, go to one of my older videos. And in the description box of one of the videos is because I stopped putting it up so much, the motherfuckers is like, oh, that's what you're doing. So I said, let me change the narrative a little bit so they don't think that's what I'm doing. Yes, I'm in a rush to get up out of there. But Mary, if you go down to any of my older videos, just press my icon or my picture, whether you want to call it, hit videos, or you can hit any of those videos that come up with suggestions. Just hit that, hit the description box and look for the pin link that's going to be there, one for GoFundMe, PayPal, and the Stringer Bell 80, of course. But most of y'all, I prefer if y'all donate to that one. It's sad to me because we see a lot of these same people sit back, and guys, Mary Israel has the link right there, so y'all can go check that out. Thank you very much. I'm a phenomenal woman. Just look on any of the videos, hit the description box, and look for the pinned comment. You don't even have to hit videos. Just hit up any of those star videos that pop up, and you'll see it right in there. It should be. I just stopped putting it up for a couple of days because I was like, yo, you know what? Let me chill for a minute. Everybody think I'm one of these regular Dr. Umar, you know, Tony Sotomayor, all these other dudes. I'm not that dude. The difference between me and them is, well, I'm gonna say, except for Tariq Nasheed, because Tariq Nasheed has seen some fame, and there's a lot of things Tariq says that I agree with. There's a lot of things with Rizza Islam. Shout out to Rizza Islam. There's a lot of things that definitely that young man says that I agree with. There's a lot of things that I don't agree with, and I think it's because he's ill-experienced so far. But we're gonna get him there. But in my opinion, Rizza Islam is nothing more than a reincarnation of Louis Farrakhan. He looks like him, he almost talks like him, and I think, you know, every time that somebody comes apart that's phenomenal, usually somewhere along the line, God has some intervention, a divine intervention that brings somebody forth that looks just like them or similar to them, if that be the case. So I think Rizza Islam is that dude. So shout out to Rizza Islam again. Y'all tell him if y'all view him or whatever, String Bell, Dab, and Lewis said what's going on. You know what I mean? And I hope he has some legal troubles going on right now. Previously, there was some friends supposed to be involved to try to help him out with that. And I hope them friends are still in place, even though I'm out of place. I like Rizza Islam. I've always liked that kid. He says some other things, and I try to correct him when he says dumb things. But, you know, people don't realize we are about to be in the same level in a minute. A few hours following, God about to shut this all evil world down, lock down, no food, hell on earth, money can't help you. Exactly. And me running can't necessarily help me either. Because, like she just said, Tina Marie, it's a worldwide pandemic. So I don't even know where I'm gonna run to, but I got two choices of where I want to go to, and both of them, that 7G is gonna get me there. You understand? So if you don't have Cash App or any of that stuff, whatever, just go down to any of the old videos I got, or just hit my icon. A whole set of videos gonna come up. Hit any of those videos, you're gonna see a description box, or you're gonna see a pinned comment. There's three options there, and they'll be in this one too after this is over. Unfortunately, I can't do it here. I don't know why, but I can't do it here. I wish there was a description box when you're putting up stuff. They ran away from being when they started getting in trouble. Get your soul right now, right with God, who gave his son to die. Yeah, that's true. And Tina Marie, what God say about helping the poor? Because I do it, and I'm in one of the most messed up situations there is, and I help the poor. I feed people, give people cigarettes, all kinds of shit I do. Them two cats was just born right there that tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm 100 dude, man. And I think I may be one of the last ones. Who knows? But I just can't let that out of me. I was raised by a certain brand of cats out of Mount Vernon, Harlem, Queens, Bronx. They don't rock like that. You know what I'm saying? They never rock like that. They never taught me and brought me up to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had a dad and everything like that. Yo soy cubano enamoreno ahí, but yo, at the same time, yo, them dudes, they showed me what was going on. You know what I'm saying? They showed me the light. And a lot of teachers, a lot of things that they show me, I keep to this day with me. Thank you again, Mary Israel. Again, you guys can check out Mary Israel's link right there. Excuse me, my link in Mary Israel's comment. Stringer Bell 8, that's my cash out right there, man. I really need that shit right now. Um, a couple people asked me to talk about that shooting that happened and give them an update about that. So, evidently, Sunday night, while I was asleep at about 1 o'clock in the morning, some cats decided they was going to run up in somebody's house. Um, I guess you call it a home invasion. I don't know. You know what I mean? But whatever happened, they ran up in there with a gun. Money had a gun, and he started blasting. Hence, all three of them run out the door. You know what I'm saying? He pops one of them at the car, hits him in the chest, he dies. Then he pops another one. Definitely Big 21. The other two are in, I guess one of them's in critical condition or something like that from what the news is talking about. They keep talking about them, you know? Once again, how come they ain't go to no white man's house try to rob him? How come they ain't go to no KKK members' house to try to get him? You got to ask yourself these questions. Why? Because they're scared. I'm trying to tell you, men of color, I'm going to say about 67% of them is scared of white men. They will not say to a white man the things they say to me in my comment section. They will not say to a white man the things that they say in the motherfucking lies. They will not say to a white man or jump in a white man's face because they scared. And that right there is the key. Your fear has your Stockholm syndrome at an all-time high right now. Okay, phenomenal woman. Listen, it's there. Only thing you have to do is you just have to hop off here, click my icon, right? Because I need that. So I ain't going to BS you. Click my icon. When you go, you're going to see a whole bunch of videos pop up, right? Click any of those videos. Most likely, click the ones that have the most hits. You're going to see a box. It's upside down triangle, right? In there is going to be links. You don't even have to type them in or nothing. You just got to click it. If you don't see that, just go through the comment section. There's going to be a pinned comment there. That's okay. It's all right, sister. I appreciate it. Like I said, there's always women coming through. Black women have seen me through shit more than the men. You know what I'm saying? So personally, I got their back on anything right now. Well, not anything. Y'all can't be doing stupid thought shit and think I'm gonna take up for that. I'm gonna lose you on that one. But anything else, most of the black women in here have been the most supportive motherfuckers there is, as always, it seems like, because these punk ass men that we got out here, that some of y'all raised unknowingly didn't know there was gonna be some punk ass motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Are just nothing. They're nothing. They're nothing. They're out of 100% of men of color nowadays. There are, I got in an argument with this old white dude one day. I even filmed it because he was talking shit to me. Instead of a brother that was sitting with me being like, yo, man, you tell him how it was, da, da, da. They went to the right house Those that can will think before and do it. One of them ain't gonna be able to think again, Mary. One of them ain't gonna be able to think again. That's the whole point. He got killed. And that video is down below, so y'all can go check that out. You know what I'm saying? See the shell cases, all that, police line, all that. That tells no chop. You know what I'm saying? I even start filming it as I walk out the joint till I walk up to the block. But like I told y'all, man, there's a certain point of black dudes nowadays. This is coward motherfuckers. If someone went really, really down, they're not gonna have your back. They're gonna run. Look about that girl that was down in Texas. She was left by herself when she was beat up and threatened with a pistol. And when I first saw that video, I was like, oh, she did something. She got loud. Come find out that girl ain't do nothing. That girl ain't do nothing. She was running her mouth a little bit, so what? You know what I mean? She a woman. You wouldn't have did that to a white woman, the white dude that did it to her. But more importantly, it was two black dudes that filmed it, which also confused me. Y'all ever notice when these girls get in fights, it's always some black dude or some Spanish dude sitting there talking more than the girls? But these be the same motherfuckers come on the page talking shit, what you need to do in a real nigga. You ain't a real nigga. You ain't never did nothing real, most of you. You ain't never been in jail. You ain't never worked with nobody that was real. You ain't never been no street legend type capacity. Ain't nobody really checking for you. I look at your page, you got 2 or 3 followers within 10 years, like old Gilmore did, Happy Gilmore with no teeth. You know what I'm saying? When y'all see the picture of this motherfucker, I'm gonna try to put a picture of him and Stink Meaner together so y'all can see the comparison. This shit is crazy. He had no uppers trying to tell me what I should do in my life. He had no uppers. He had 3 teeth over here, and the rest of this shit was gone. I was like, Jesus Christ. That was just like another one that got on here trying to give me his backwoods expertise. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like people be talking so much and shit like that. Like it just be a problem sometimes. So sometimes you gotta really look at people and see what coon for what he is. You know what I mean? Now I just had a coon in the channel just write something, and I just blocked his ass because he wrote some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Wrong. You know what I mean? Two, why would you even attempt to write some shit like that in the first fucking place? Y'all might knock me, but I don't talk to any man. I'm 37 and can sense the foolery. I haven't met any man that could hold a candle to my father. But that's your personal business. I don't know your father or know you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even notice how that sentence make any sense. I didn't say all men of color. I didn't even say all men. So that's your personal interest. Matter of fact, I don't even like that negative ass comment here. So let's remove that shit. Um, that's what I said. Every time you talk to a specific counter of black and Spanish women, they always got something negative to say, or they're always putting some shit out, or just something. You know what I mean? It's always something. Like, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end it. There's a segment of black and Spanish men that, in my opinion, right, can compare everybody as the same. There's a certain segment, I don't know what that means. Y'all gotta write better English. There's a certain segment of black and Latino men that are weak. They're not only just weak, they are a detriment to the culture. There's a certain segment of black and Latino women that are also the same. There's a segment of white men that are the same. There's a segment of many different men that are the same. But this culture, the 2 cultures I belong to, has some of the worst, weakest men I've ever seen in my life. Don't none of these motherfuckers be like, yo, listen, man, I got the whole thing taken care of. Listen, I've had white people bring me out to Martha's Vineyard, tell me, hey, listen, we're staying here for the whole weekend. Everything's taken care of, paid for. White folks. I've had white people pay for me to stay in a hotel for a month. That happened prior to me coming back to Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? Old white friend of mine. I've had white people do tremendous, amazing things for me. You know what I'm saying? All down to feed me and my belly. I'm not comparing. I'm just giving a point here. They have been brainwashed by white. Oh my God! Listen, Latanya, it's beyond that. My bad. That's all right, undercover violator. You Gucci. Stringer Bell 80. Yes, please hit my cash up because I need that. I gotta give these motherfuckers $260, man. That's $260 out of my motherfucking pocket to stay at a home shelter. Do you believe that? I'm gonna show y'all the motherfucking receipt when I get it, so y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? But make sure Mary Israel has put the link right there. Y'all just gotta scroll a little bit. It's Stringer Bell 80 on the cash. I mean, if y'all real, hit that shit up right now, man. I know there's some real ones out there. You know what I'm saying? To see my strive, to see where I'm trying to move. Reinvented, but still get the bottle for real. That's the point I'm getting at right there, underworld violator. The reason you get the bottom of the barrel is because your community is not intact. See, it takes a community and a community effort to actually fluidly make the race advance, if that's what I want to say. And there's never been that. There never is that. And very few times there is that. Instead, what they do is they support satire. They support ha ha, key. Anything that's ha ha, key, gossiping. My whole channel's about gossiping. It'd be flooded right now. If I was like Tasha K, I'll be flooded right now. Can you ask yourself this question? How come that I've seen people like Joe Button, I've seen people, numerous other different YouTubers that are actually famous. And Envy, I ain't taking no shots at you because I know you, but DJ Envy, even and his wife, when they do their podcast, they do super chats. Now, each last one of these people, they never really have people come on their page and be like, how come these y'all multimillionaires and y'all rich and y'all taking donations? But we'll put every effort they got into going on my page and telling me what I should be doing, shouldn't be doing, and why don't you go ask the white man for a job? But just like this one said in here, and I'm gonna go back to it, Latanya and Tina, does anybody offer you a job that's black? No. I had a motherfucker come on here tell me, yo, his motherfucking peoples live halfway across the state, and I should go down there and help them dig ditches. Nigga, fuck you. First of all, you don't know how to do math like most motherfuckers. So first of all, it takes segregation is the best thing for us. Look what happened after we mixed. We actually cared for one another back then. We prospered. I believe we did too. But segregation also did something else. It led into LBG and his Great Society programs. And I will put it up right after this. I want to give you guys a copy of the Moynihan report, a partition of it anyway. And I want you to see what this man says in the video and how it resonates with today. The Moynihan report was written after the Great Society programs of what they thought would be ultimately the turnaround and would be the results of the Great Society programs, when innately basically were put into fashion for one thing and one thing only. And they were put into fashion basically to help women separate from men. It was actually a science experiment, to most say. And what happened between that time period was black men and black women started to separate from each other. You even had situations in Chicago, Alabama, and other places that were noted where if men were there, and even if they were or were not the father, the woman would be excused from the programs, pretty much to say. They have used tribal beef to continue the cycle while forcing most of us into ghettos. Yeah, and ghetto itself is a Jewish word. Did y'all know that? It was an area in Italy which they designated for the Jews to live in. The constant Protestant and Catholic Italians. Look up the word ghetto. Just like the word nigga is actually a Portuguese word and stands for the lowest epithet of citizens within the culture. I implore you to look these things up. Later on to be known as slave cargo. You guys, I love you guys, and I love the fact that I have thousands of you that show up every time I post something and, you know, just express your opinions and everything like that or whatever. You know, I really do. What's this one say? Thank you very much, Mary Israel. And like I said, just like Mary Israel just put in there, it's the very last comment right now. Make sure y'all hit that up right now. I am stressed beyond compare. It's fucking, y'all can't see it, but hold on, let me turn this camera around. Y'all better. I hear you, Latoya. It is pouring down out here. It's supposed to do this for the next 2 or 3 days. So this is what I got to look forward to. And it's coming down pretty hard. I don't know whether y'all can see that, but it's coming down. So within the next hour, I will have to be out in this with no other choice. It's crazy because some people, they don't listen. If it's bad weather or whatever, they not letting you stay up in there. And then, like I told y'all the other day, and I'll go back to what I was saying. I told y'all the other day, there's another place that has drug addicts, severe, mentally disabled people, etc., etc., etc. That's a whole nother freaking shelter. I don't stay there. I stay at the regular one with regular people. And they have these things that you can come there during the day that they're opening it up, I guess yesterday or whatever, whatever. But there's a whole bunch of crazies and drug addicts over there. I ain't going over there for that. You out of your mind. I ain't going over there for that. So, it's like, man, this is what I got. This is what I got right now. So Mary Israel, she hit that, whatever. Sweeter Bell 80 Cash App. And the funny thing is, we got to be out in this until 5 o'clock this evening. You know? That's the crazy thing about it. Y'all don't even know, man. Y'all don't even know. So I got to motivate around all this. I even got to go to the fucking what's her name and go get this woman money so I can give it to her. She ain't a bad woman at all. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and talk about her bad because she's not a bad woman. She actually, I don't know. I would like to believe she's trying to help, but funny thing is she's leaving. She's leaving actually the place in January. So she's saying that her mission is to get everybody out by January. Good luck. Good luck. They almost sent my man to a place and he almost took an apartment that got shot up the other day. You know what I'm saying? And then we have a shooting that happened right up the street from us. Hmm? I told you there's a lot of these commenters, they wouldn't like me until they saw me dead. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? That would put the bang in their butt right there if they saw me involved in one of these shootings or whatever, whatever. They love that. They love to tell the story. Then they would start feeling, they still feeling hard for you, start feeling bad for you. I watched a stripper that fell off a pole in Atlanta. Y'all remember this? There was a stripper that fell off a pole while she was trying to do a trick in Atlanta. Fell down, broke her spine, broke a couple teeth and everything like that. You know that chick was able to raise over $25,000 in 24 hours? $25,000 in 24 hours. Because everybody felt empathy for a stripper. You remember her too, heavily manipulated? And was it true she raised $25,000 within 24 hours, a stripper that made the choice to hop up on the top of a pole, do a silly trick, and fell to her demise? I'm not making fun of her, but I'm just showing you this is the mentality of the average black person nowadays. And she made, see that? Humbly melanated. She knew exactly what I said. Humbly melanated, how do you feel about that? That's where the encouragement, that's where the shudder goes towards stuff like that. It's like black culture has gotten so much so in the dark that it's like whatever is salacious, whatever is. And I see a couple of y'all leaving. That's cool. That's fine. Peace. Later. As you see people do things like that and react to things like that, I've seen people that have been openly involved in gangs. You know what I'm saying? And receive $35,000 to $40,000 for their funeral expenses. Where somebody only costs about $8,000. So what I gotta do? Go around a store or something? Then y'all be with me? I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I'm just keeping out the facts. The shit that black people support is faux shit. They like satire. They like funny shit. They don't want no education about nothing. They want to see who's the next dummy to hop online and start checking and jobbing and tap dancing and making them ha ha he he, because that's y'all problem. Y'all like to giggle too damn much. And that giggling is going to end up being a war happening around that giggling. And y'all ain't even going to see it coming. Guys, beware of coons and coonettes. How many of them work with you? Yeah, I wish you could do that too, but it's amazing. Like I say before and I say again, had I been a Hasidic Jew and I was in Brooklyn, there would be provision set up for me. You understand what I'm saying? I would have an apartment given to me. I would have money given to me. I would be taken out and taken care of. You understand what I'm saying? I've seen this now in the entertainment industry and with regular black people I'm noticing, because they take the ideals that they think or they perceive of entertainment and try to adapt it to their own lives, and it just doesn't work. Everybody keeps saying that what's the name is not that great, Las Vegas. It is sad that we cannot just look out for one another as black. Oh, that'll never happen. It's too far gone, I think. Even at the end of this, I'm not depending on, especially any black men to help me, but I know ultimately it'll be somebody white. You know what I mean? And I hate to say it like that, but I can see it from the pictures that come along with the cash apps and everything else. You know what I mean? It takes money to get to Vegas, though. You know, they take care of their own. We only race is so divided. Yeah, and they only care, and black culture only takes care of satire or shit that's related in drama. That's why I use that girl that fell off the pole, because she didn't have to be doing that. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't see nobody go to her page and be like, "You wrong for doing this. You right." As a matter of fact, I looked at her page because she made her own page up afterwards, shortly after, and I didn't see none of that. If I was Nation of Islam, maybe so. Who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows? I don't know. You know, but I'm just getting to the point where mm, I don't trust majority of black guys I meet. I definitely don't trust the majority of white dudes I meet or Spanish dudes I meet, but specifically black dudes. There's always something with them. They always want to toke out the chest or be on this, yo, you know what I'm saying, nigga, yo, nigga, look at me on my cell phone, nigga. I got a cell phone too, nigga. You see these sneakers, nigga. You know, they're always on that. They could be 50, 60, 70 years old. These niggas are still. There's 50 and 60 and 70-year-old men that's still on some shit like they 94. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad. And then white people and Spanish people are looking at these people and they saying to themselves, yo, that's why we always forever treat them like children, because that's what they display. They act like children, they talk like children, they create themselves like children, they move like children. So we're going to treat them like children. Yes, these niggas 50, 60, 70 years old acting like grown teenagers. Like, have you ever ran as somebody that's 20, 30, or in their 40s? Have you ran into somebody that's like 55 and over and interacted with them? And they trying to act the same way. Exactly, home still with the same boy girl minds, adult bodies, women too. Exactly, like even to go further, some of these motherfuckers is still dating the same way they was dating when as they were teenagers. They using the same protocols, they using the same approaches, they dating the same type of motherfuckers since they were teenagers. They don't grow up mentally. They instead embarrass themselves, and I gotta say it because I was part of it in hip hop culture. I got motherfuckers. I had this woman contact me one time. She was on Instagram, right? This is why I started. I'm not talking to motherfuckers. I'm not calling nobody no more. I'm not doing no meetups. If you want to, there's a business email. I have a, what's the name for that? I'll even put it out again today. But if you don't know it, it's former BBE at yahoo.com. That's spelled FORMERBBE at yahoo.com. I made it very simple so you can get in contact with me. So that's former BBE at yahoo.com. That's where you can send all your stuff to. Yeah, I ran into this sister. Well, I didn't even call her a sister. This minion. Don't need no man. Stop telling me I do. Okay, yeah, that's scary. This with your name, but okay, cool. And how are you too? I've seen men that were 50, 60, 70 years old, talking like children, talking down to 20, 30, 40-year olds like they the man. And I had to ask myself, well, what the fuck have you done for anybody? Have you gotten anybody hired? No, you just need to go down there and talk to Mr. Charlie. He gonna take care of you. I guarantee you. Oh, shuck. These niggas is coons, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only two things to stop you from punching most of them in the face, and that's the fear of going to jail. People like that get help. You know what source is helping them? What? People like that get help. You know what source is helping them? And everybody that's black is not my people. Just play and keep yourself here. God definitely will show up. I just said that earlier this week. Grown women and men who are grandparents as well, it's sad to witness them in the same child's mentality. Yeah, Grandma Tamika is 35 years old and smoking bud in the car with her grandkids. Grandma Tamika. Grandpa Raheem or Tyrone is doing the same. And they raise these kids under shitty fucking circumstances. And then they turn out to be just as crappy as their parents were. To be quite honest with you, and in many cases live in the same building, same projects and everything. I watched the movie Get Out. You were right. Thank you. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, and I hate to say this, speaking on the movie Get Out, I'm not depending on, after probably the second week of me doing this, I wasn't depending on black people to help me. Same thing Jaguar said. Jaguar is trying to do her thing, giving information, and motherfuckers is like, Okay, well, we're not normal. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't mean that like I'm better than you. I mean like we're not normal being like our past backgrounds. We're not the normal person. So it's almost insulting to me when I get somebody to come on my page that's been a janitor, like old stink meaner, because evidently you've been a janitor or something. Because like my nigga, nothing's tasting food. What you making soup all day? What you making gummy bears? Gummy bears. Get it? Gummy bears. Toothless motherfucker. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. This toothless ass dude named Mr. Gilmore keep coming on my page telling me what I should be doing or what I shouldn't be doing. And he got a beard like Ulysses S. Grant. Like he just came from the Civil War. Like this motherfucker really looked like a slave. Like he looked like the definition of a slave. I ain't blocking me because I want to show up because I want to joke the hell out of his ass when I get a chance. But guys, if any of y'all are working with coons, coons are amongst us. They don't have to be in positions of power. There's a medium time coon. Yeah, calling a cloud chaser, whatever, but they ain't saying that about Alex Jones. They ain't talking about that. They will defend Biden. You got to understand the mentality of these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers are so far gone. I don't think it's even worth saving them or their spawn. It's not good for the culture. It's not. It's not. I think these motherfuckers, in fact, are worse than rap people. Like, these are the same people that come on here and tell me, talk about people in the industry and give us everything. We want everything, and I want it for free. And we're not going to compensate you, and fuck your situation, and I hope it gets worse. But you're going to tell us everything. Yeah, you're obligated to. I don't need no moderators. Let these punk motherfuckers say what they want to say, man. I don't care. I really don't care. There's one dude that's made 19 different profiles. You can't use anybody. Use discretion all day. Everybody is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Have a disagreement with somebody, then you'll see them who the person really is. Exactly. I've said that a million times. Even when it comes to dealing with women, I have that pronouncement that's sticking with me. If you really want to see how a woman is, or want to see how a man is, just like this one just said, Tina, get them mad, get them upset, and then they show you who they really are inside. And it won't be that nice little person that you think you met or is keeping on that little composure or whatever because they want to get to know you better. Nah. They're going to show you who they really are. And it may be for good or maybe for worse. Who knows? But I know one thing. I'm tired of the coons. You're doing your job with me. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all mad at me because I'm pretty? Is that what you mad about? You mad about me because of my background? You mad about me because of my DNA? You mad because yo soy cubano, la moreno, ahí, seno negro? What you mad about, huh? ¿Qué te pasa? Huh? ¿Qué tú dices, moreno? You gotta ask somebody what they actually saying. And what they actually saying is they either cloud chasing off me, because they see I got so many fans, so they want to write down a little motherfucking comment. Never, you should go work for the white man. I'm gonna say to y'all one more time, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm not trying to stay there. All right. I said that from the beginning before I was talking to y'all. I told y'all that from the beginning when I started staying at the place I'm staying. I'm not trying to stay here. There's nothing for me here. You understand what I'm saying? For the people that live here, there's nothing for them here. They're all living in the same despair that I'm speaking about every morning. If you ask any of these people around here, including the two people that earlier in my life that walked past me and talked to me, they'll tell you the exact same story. I told you there's 9 people that stay where I live at. We're on top of each other right now because it's a very small place. And all those people that stay there at the place I stay at, only one of them has a job. You know why? You know why? Because he has a friend that paints. There's nothing here. You understand what I'm saying? So you can make things be here. And now that we rolled back the quarantine thing, and now we're going back to phase 2.1 now, starting this week, everything's closing down even earlier. So majority of the places around here are restaurants and bars. They do the hiring. The mall is closed down pretty much for incapacitated, and I'm pretty sure it'll be fully closed once again this week. The other places like Best Buy and all those places, they're closing early. So if you can't figure it out, minimum wage is $12 a week, or $12 an hour here. The average person I'm hearing around here is saying they're getting 22 to 25 hours a week. The average person I talk to is everything is closing early. If you don't understand that, I would implore you to look at state law. I would implore you to go to my community section where I put up enough interviews on a daily basis. Not daily, not old interviews, new interviews. And people talking about the same thing I'm talking about in the tri-state. It's time for me to leave here. And if I'm not leaving here permanently, I'm leaving here for a while. I don't want to be here. So Mary Israel down in the comment section has left a link there. It's Stringer Bell 80. We need more living wage. Yeah, we do, but it's going to be a far time from that. I'll end this with this. Even if Biden takes that presidency, which looking like it may be, even Biden takes that presidency, it's going to be months upon months upon months before you see any relief as far as second stimulus. It's going to be months upon months before socially we get back together and back in the aisle of how things used to be. And I think that's not even going to happen. We can't even go to movie theaters right now. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people that are not living in reality and not taking things for granted and seeing what's really out here. And what's really out here is despair. So if you that look like you and they asking their own people for help and you sitting there and you just won't do a thing, you're some of the weakest ass black men I ever seen in my life. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to be around you. Don't call yourself no king around me. Don't call yourself no real nigga around me. Don't call yourself none of that shit around me because me and my friends might jump you. You do. Bills. I'm not going to build street fight wars, stand in front line to fight other man. We need men for that. Man, let me tell you something, Tina. Most of these motherfuckers would rather film you getting in a fight and put it up on their fucking social media. That's the truth about it, because they hoe raised. You understand what I'm saying? They chase clout. Let me tell you, I'm a dude, so I'm trying to tell you. The majority of black dudes and Spanish dudes are clout chasers. They all want to be motherfucking superstars. A whole bunch of white ones too, but I'm not white. But it's a whole bunch of black and Latino dudes and black and Latino women that don't want to do no more than be superstars. And once they become superstars, it's like they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to be themselves. Instead, they want to be like Tasha K. Instead, they want to be like many other buffoons and idiots that jump on YouTube and y'all give them thousands upon thousands of dollars for entertaining. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to tell you about what my life is. I'm here to tell you about what's going on in the music industry. And if you're listening, you'll understand. Just like for 2 days in a row, I told you there had been 27 rappers killed. And now there's a new brother named EO3, I believe that's his name. And he just got killed recently. Mary Israel, I'm going to ask you one more time if you're still here. Can you throw my cash up one more time or whatever? Give these good people one more chance to donate. And if they don't, then they don't. I understand. But, or anybody else, just write in Stringer Bell 80 in the comment section. Stringer Bell 80 at Cash App. I appreciate it if one of y'all could do that. But yo man, you got some punk ass men in the culture. And I think it's time that we start dividing. Thank you, Mary Israel. That's my Cash App right there. It's actually the last comment that's on the screen. Please hit that up right now. You know what I'm saying? Cash Mob, that is my man Zoe Williams would say. And y'all not supporting the real motherfuckers. Y'all supporting fake people. Umar still ain't built that school. A lot of other people ain't did that. A stripper was able to raise $25,000 in 24 hours because she chose to do a dumbass trick on a pole. It's only going to get worse. I bet that although people are struggling financially because of the parents, some fool parents will still stress and give even more broken lives. Oh, please believe that. Like I just mentioned earlier, I seen multi-millionaires do podcasts, and just for the fact of the cloud chasing and to be seen, you will see people donate. And I swear to God, I took screenshots of it. Donate $100 to their Cash App. Donate $200 to their Cash. These are millionaires. Okay, people that drive Benzes, whatever. These people, this is the way most people, black people think. They don't want to help that person. They want to help the person that will actually bring them some clout. Oh, I won't help that motherfucker, but I'll help him though. You know, let me give him $200 so I can be seen. Niggas know I got money. Really? Well, show you got money here. First motherfucker to donate $200, $500 to me, you get your own post. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm thinking of some more ingenuity things to throw up to maybe give y'all some more incentive. But honestly and truthfully, you donate simply to me. Y'all got to understand, ladies, these are not your men. Understand that. Let me put that in perspective. These are not your men. Those boys, they don't belong to number one woman, and that's their mama. In fact, that's all they looking for is a motherfucker to replace their mama. Don't y'all get it? All these boys since the 1970s have mostly been raised by women, been around women, mama's sisters, mama's aunties, mama's, friends, whatever, whatever. So as a result, most of them become sissies. Most of them are soft. Most of them have no type of what's the name whatsoever rhetoric or any type of dignity or anything else. They'll tap shoe for any white man that comes in front of them because of pure simple fact they want to fit in. And this is what a lot of cases their mothers have taught them how to fit in. And a lot of cases it's how their uncles and fathers have taught them how to fit in, how to be chameleons, how to be conformists, how to be this tap shadow. Now I don't understand that shit because I worked in an environment around black people and I worked for black people and Latinos almost my whole adult life. You know what I'm saying? I've had maybe 4 or 5 other jobs outside of that. I did solar panels. We helped install those. I did another job at a restaurant. I worked at Starbucks before, and I did one other job. But the majority of my life has always been the music industry. I'm gonna say 92 to 93% of my jobs have been music related. So that's my field. That's what I know. If I was a lawyer, you would understand maybe a little bit better. If I was an ex-president, maybe you would understand a little bit better. I don't know. But being the fact that my skin color, dealing with the same people of the same skin color, for some reason or another, they don't understand that. They don't understand the hardships. They don't understand that, like, it's like they want to take you down more than the KKK member would or a far right winger would. I've at least been able to have a concept and a conversation with them. But this is the thing, and I'm going to end this at this. Ladies, the majority of 70% of these motherfuckers is out here that y'all trying to talk to is worthless. And I would really wish that y'all would stop chasing after hood booger ass dudes. And what I mean by hood booger ass dudes, I ain't talking about dudes that talk a little hood here and there. No, 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 no. I'm talking about dudes that still in the street, and y'all support them financially, stabilize them, and everything else. A lot of people ask me, why don't you find you a little broad? Because I ain't trying to move in no broad crib, man. Like, I ain't my wave. I ain't trying to move in no broad crib, none of that shit. Thank you, Mary Israel. When boys are separated from their fathers, they're raised in the image of their mother. Blacks need to return to our fathers, physically and spiritual father. I don't believe in saying we don't need men at all. That's not true. I don't believe in that either. But I do believe that the men that are out here nowadays are honestly and truthfully just weak as fuck. Like, their whole thing, I've never seen so many men just gossip more than the women, for one. Then two, the men almost move like women. Like, I've had men walk up to me, like, this is me standing right here, right? And I'm just minding my business. Y'all peep this out. Just imagine listening to music or something, right? Now, here comes a motherfucker up beside me. This is a black man. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, niggas say, I got these Gucci's on, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm gonna hit you back. That's an average black dude in 2020. They stand like sissies. They talk like sissies. They don't have any gumption, any dignity. They wear their pants hanging off their ass. They wear skinny jeans with their underwear hanging out. I'm asking, are you looking for a date? I explained my choice that word and all in my comment above. Exactly. Women got to be whole family in the kitchen while man works for the check. I mean, you know, if you want a traditional, and I will say this, if you want a traditional family, you got to be a traditional woman too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we want to hear all that traditional. What I found equated is all these men is usually raised by women. They act like women. They talk like women. Their emotions are like women. They react like women. They have no thinking mechanism in their minds. It's like, even it being old school, some of the old school motherfuckers are the worst of the ones I'm talking about right now. Niggas be 50, I just explained that earlier. Niggas be 50, 60, 70 years old and still carrying themselves like they teenagers. Still carrying themselves like they teenagers. Like, talk like they teenagers. Yo, young buck, you know what I'm saying? You know, all that shit. They talking at me like women. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you pay attention to some of these dudes really act like women. Like, it's distinct meaning that came on my page. That nigga's about 60-something years old. He got a gray bob and he got black hair, but his fronts is missing. I mean, like, he had 3 teeth over here. I ain't peep it at first, and then he kept trying to keep his mouth closed. You know, niggas, they ain't got no choppers right here. They always try to keep their mouth closed. So when he was talking, I was like, yo, hold up. Dude, that nigga got 3 teeth? I was like, oh shit, this is the motherfucker that be talking the most. No wonder you typing. You don't want nobody to see them teethuses. No wonder you only made one video. You don't want nobody to see them teeth. So this is what I mean by the hypocrite black man that you have out here nowadays. They will go support a multimillionaire and donate to a multimillionaire. I'm talking about the DJ MVs and everybody else. They will go support them with no qualms or whatever because in their mind, these people have something to offer them. What is that? A clout chase. That's what the average black man is after. He saw that, he couldn't cloud chase after me, and I actually talk shit back. I'm different than a lot of YouTubers. You ain't gonna find that from me. And now he wanted to chill. He ain't on here today. Where you at, Mr. Gilmore? Laughing my ass off. I don't like how some people be talking all loud, acting and dressing like a fool, always making weird noises to seek attention. That's exactly the shit I'm talking about. I have dudes walk up to me, black dudes and Spanish dudes walk. Clear that up, but really what they want you to do is pay attention to them. This is the motherfucker that has low self-esteem. Ain't nobody ever paid attention to him. So this is what they do to get people to pay attention to them. It's sad. That's true. Or they don't have the right kind of man or mentor in their lives. Only weak and feminine men. Exactly. Good morning, Miss Simmons. What's going on? Hey guys, make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. Stringer Bell 80 is right down there at the bottom. It's Mary, if you could you please type in my Cash App again? Um, this shit is crazy out here the way it is. And we under a pandemic and we got these weak ass black men. These motherfuckers ain't gonna go to war with no white folks. If it comes down to look, I'm looking you in your face. These motherfuckers is not gonna go to war with no white folks if shit go down. They scared. They scared. They scared. They basically the slaves that escaped the plantation and they like, oh no, I think we need to go back now. Massa looking for us. Sure enough. I'm gonna make one of these motherfuckers every chance I get, cause you some punk, weak ass motherfuckers. You can say what you want to about me. I'm slim, I ain't tough nigga out, whatever, whatever. But one thing does remain true. See, I'm a two-time felon. I make no qualms about that. You understand what I'm saying? My story holds true. I kept my mouth shut when I was locked up. I was facing 15 fucking years. I got caught with 183 grams of cocaine. You understand what I'm saying? 183 grams. I was facing 15 years and I kept my mouth shut. You know why? Under integrity. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we had at that point. These motherfuckers you got out here right now, son, they have no integrity. They don't care nothing about you. You understand what I'm saying? They don't even care nothing about themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I said earlier, had I been a Hasidic Jew, my shit would have been taken care of last week. So I have the uncomfortable odds of being part of this race and part of another race that does nothing. This talks. This talks, and tells you everything except for, hey, check your Cash App, check your PayPal, check your GoFundMe. It tells you everything that the white man can do for you to make your life whole. The white man will save you. Don't you worry about it. Y'all motherfuckers been saying the white man gonna save you for 40 years, ineptly or on purpose. Now the time has come for you to save your own and help your own. And if I can't get that, I prefer you just don't even return. I don't have too much to say to you either. Listen, brother, I was raised by my mother and my father. Nobody's trying to put you there. There he goes, old Steve Gilmore. Steve, I don't give a fuck what happened to you, Steve. I'm about to go in on you because Steve is here. What up, Steve? Steve Gilmore is here. Oh, no teethus. He's in the comments. That's why I ain't block your goofy ass. You know what? The other day I ain't had time, cuz. Today I got time. Steve up in here. What's going on, Steve? No tooth. Steve, how much have you donated? You such a big time cook. With your 10 months on motherfucking YouTube, and nigga, you got 10 motherfucking views. You ain't even get no likes. You got 10 views, you loser motherfucker. Yo, tell them about your teeth, man. Let's talk about your teeth. Steely Gilmore is the guy that I'm talking about. They always funny you and they never cross the finish line for real. Steve Gilmore is one of the most unaccomplished people I've ever met in my life. I hate when people try to compare what they've been through and what I'm going through and say what they got through, it should be able to get through too. Motherfucker, exactly, you're not offering no resources. You don't even know me. And I know for a fact, just by looking at you, Steve Gilmore, and the missing teeth, you shouldn't be giving advice about nobody. Listen, man, you need to start your own dental channel. You understand what I'm saying? I'm giving you a plug right now, my G. Start your own dental channel. Take them on a whole journey of you getting your teethuses fixed. Matter of fact, you ain't got no money to donate to me because your teeth messed up. I got all my teeth. You telling a motherfucking lie. You ain't got all your teeth. Nigga, I got a picture of you with 3 teeth over here. You ain't got all your teeth. Now you lying again. I got all my teeth, brother. I'm not your brother, all right? If it was up to me, I would push you off into a river, all right? I don't like you. I don't know what you're talking about. I take you, but I'll take a picture of you trying to clown people. I mean, you ain't got nothing against you. And they always saying this shit. My brother, my brother. Let me tell you something. You're not my fucking brother, nigga. I'll tell you straight up and down. If I had the business with me and it was me and you, I'll pop you in your leg. I don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why. Because you's a punk ass nigga for one. Two, you keep coming on here talking shit. And you've been on 3 of my lives now talking shit for the 10 seconds, 15 seconds I had to. I took a shot of that nasty concoction you got in your mouth of green and brown and yellow. You look disgusting. I want to know where the fuck you cook at so I'll never come there. Your teeth is messed up. And stop lying to people telling them your teeth ain't messed up. I'm putting up the picture and I'm blocking you and ain't nothing gonna stop me. You understand? You's a travesty, and you exactly the piece of shit that I was talking about on here. You green tooth ass motherfucker gonna come on here and lie, talk about your teeth ain't messed up. I took a picture of your teeth. Now you want to lie? You got the attention you wanted, G. Now you want to lie. Matter of fact, send through your address since you so fucking brave. You understand what I'm saying? I want to put that beard to a test in them teeth. Them teeth bulletproof. They gotta be with all that yellow and that plaque popped on them. Them teeth. This whole shit, he look like Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo up in this. Steve Gilmore up in this bitch. Yo, your whole teeth game is messed up. He out off of here. Is the Breakfast Club, you know why the Breakfast Club is doing that? Because of DJ Envy, that's why. You understand what I'm saying? That's for me to chime in on. I know they doing. I know what they doing. Trust me. There's a lot of people in the industry right now that support me, but they feel because of the circumstances and with Puff and all that shit, they can't do it. And I get it. I know y'all scared of Puff. Y'all think he's gonna shut you down. In fact, there's about 3 or 4 y'all in here right now recognize your names. I ain't gonna call you out. I ain't gonna say nothing like that. But Steve Gilmore, let me tell you something, you toothless motherfucker. If you ever come on here again, I'm gonna keep you active. If you ever come on here again talking shit to me, and you only got 3 teeth over here, that's why you ain't said nothing no more. Talking about you got no teeth, you motherfucker, you. His teeth is missing. Talking shit to people. That's why you made one video. You made one video because you looked at that. You need to put that shit. Listen, put that shit on private, my G. All right, that's why you got 10 views and the average view was 10 seconds because they saw them teeth and they said, "Oh, I'm out of here." When you come at a person and what they believe in a negative way, it's time when you're in a situation they might say anything to you in response. You're not helping or encouraging. Be quiet. Exactly. That's my point. That's my point, Tina. These niggas are not encouraging has-been ass old niggas that ain't never did nothing in life. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker got the nerve to come on here. He didn't even know we was talking about him. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you showed up, Steve. Steve, you still here? I want Steve to stay here. I want Steve to stay here. Thank you, Mary Israel. Everybody, please hit up my joint. I told y'all I tell a lot, and y'all see in the what's name in there, Steve Gilmore. I was just talking about him. Oh, green tooth, brown tooth, brown. I'm gonna start calling you the Brown Hornet. Steve Gilmore, the Brown Hornet. The Brown Hornet. This motherfucker had 3 teeth in his mouth, talking shit in the comment section. So somebody would come over there and see a toothless, y'all put this in perspective here, a toothless motherfucker talk about cooking. Y'all gonna go listen to a toothless motherfucker talk about cooking. What are you cooking? Soup? Gummy bear porridge, motherfucker? Gummy bear porridge. The mentality of these motherfuckers is crazy, man. That nigga really had the nerve to come over here. What's Steve Gilmore at? I want him to come back in here. Oh, the toothless bandit. That nigga said, I got teeth in my mouth. No, you don't. That's why he ain't said nothing after that. He hopped off. You ain't got no teeth in your mouth. You got 3 teeth. That ain't teeth in your mouth. You got 3 teeth, my G. My morning is complete now. Listen, guys, I'm gonna be back at y'all later. I gotta go get dressed, get ready, whatever. Mary Israel is put down in the comment section. I'm gonna put in here too. You know what I'm saying? My information, man. Please hit that. I gotta give these motherfuckers $260 a day to stay at a fucking home shelter. Does that make sense? Say y'all real black people, that shit should be flooded. If not, it is what it is. Keep tuning in. I'm gonna still keep giving this bullshit. And like I said, it's gonna be some white folks to get me where I'm getting to anyway. It's always happened like that for me. I ain't coons, raccoons, clowns, exactly. So I ain't worried about no, people of color really helping me out because it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. I'm really cool with that. But for those that have, I appreciate y'all. That's the link right there, Stringer Bell 80. Hit that up or whatever. It's for you, Steve Gilmore, you toothless raccoon motherfucker. I hope the worst and all the worst in the world happen to you, only you, and nobody but you piece of shit. God bless you too, Vid Demos. Oh, money. As someone to do the same thing too. It's annoying how they act in public just to get people to notice them. That's what it is, and that's why old Tupi was here. Tupi was here because he wanted somebody to notice him. Ain't nobody noticed this motherfucker ever in their life. Now, when I put up the picture of this dude, I think I'm gonna do some voiceover of this shit because the shit is funny. You got 3 teeth in your mouth and you talking shit to me. Boy, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, talk about you cooking. What you cooking? Your cream, nigga. He cooking denture cream and gummy bears and anything soft. To get that gum action going. This motherfucker had 3 teeth. Watch when I put the picture up. He gonna be like, "It wasn't me." Yes, it is you, Steve. And Steve, I hope you get hit by 3 cars, motherfucker. I hope the ambulance wreck on its way to pick it up, you miserable fuck. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Mary Israel's put the what's the name in there. I have to. Cash mommy, man. I'm just. It's too much. It's raining out here, and I got Toofy on here talking shit. He actually showed up. That shit is hilarious. I'm here to take it down even more, nigga. If you don't do it the way I do it, then it ain't no way. I'm Steve Gilmore, the toothless bandit. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Yeah, everything gonna be all right. Thank you, Mary. You know what I'm saying? Instead of writing comments, everything gonna be all right. I don't want to hear that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the people that say shit like that, that means that you're trying to make an excuse so you don't have to donate nothing. That's cool too, whatever. Just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't putting in my what's the name trying to get me to come up or whatever, stop that old white Jesus gonna help me. Or stop all that, you know what I'm saying? The white man go help me and all that shit. Nah, nigga, you should be helping me. Stringer Bell 80 on Cash App, STRINGERBELL 80. I'll be back at y'all in a minute. I love y'all. Y'all the best. And show that y'all motherfucker can move. And especially stop letting the women do y'all work, y'all punk motherfuckers. I'm out.